there's a bunch of people from the States that are very jealous right now as we speak. And they said to me, are you going to talk to Geoff again? I said, yeah, I'm going to do that. So they said, okay. So you guys see him all the time, like 100 times per year. So give us a break.
Okay. I don't do many interviews anymore. Kind of
in the States?
Kind of backed off doing interviews.
What happened?
My life is pretty much out there on the internet, and everybody asks me the same thing, so I figure, look it up. You want to know something, it's there already, I've done thousands of interviews.
I know. We've done like 15 together.
Yeah,
imagine that.
So a lot, yeah.
I want to ask you all the time this. Whenever I ask you about Operation Mindframe, you say, I become Nicky. I just lock into the character.
Right.
And I don't know who's on the stage. So what happens when you sing Reach for Order, when you sing Empire songs? Who are you there, up there on stage?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of... performing Rage is sort of like I'm an observer, kind of telling a story, I think. At least that's how I sort of think of myself. But that's interesting that you bring that up, because I hadn't really consciously thought about that, It's good, yeah. I'm an observer telling a story, I guess.
When I asked you about the Empire like 10 years ago, you said it's a good opportunity to find out and see who's down there. So I see familiar faces. I say, oh, okay, so he's here, she's here, and all that. And about Reach for Order, when we listen to the album, and still, up to this day, many people think that Queensryche, that you got into the DeLorean, went to 2800, recorded the vocals, recorded the album, and then you came back.
Yeah, it's kind of futuristic, isn't it?
At the time, what happened? I mean, how did you conceive that thing? For instance, on Norigel, you do this amazing intro. How did you come up with this idea?
I don't know how a lot of times those things happen. They just are things that you think about, and oftentimes if you're working with another person, you start brainstorming an idea. For example, when I was in the studio in Quebec working on the Mindcrime album, blanking on his name, the engineer that we were working with at the time there, Paul Northfield, he was asking me questions about the song Sister Mary, and I said, well, I sort of envision it starting out like a movie scene where Nicky is standing on the corner and he's smoking cigarettes and kind of raining, and he's like very nervous, and this limousine pulls up and the window comes down and it's Dr. X inside, and he says, kill her, it's all you have to do. And
that was
Paul
all
said,
your idea?
Yeah, and Paul said, a window coming down, like an electric window in a car? And I said, yeah, and he goes, I have the perfect window. And we grabbed a bunch of microphones and cables and we strung them out through the snow in the parking lot, and we mic'd up the window on his car and recorded it coming down and going up, and we made about 20 different recordings to get the right ones, Thank you. And it just starts happening because you brainstorm the idea out, you just talk it through, and somebody that you're working with can run with it and maybe has a way to add to that idea, And the same with recording Noyer Regal, we had kind of a guitar riff, and we had these really cool sounds that we had created with the emulator keyboard, and we were just sort of playing around with creating this sort of collage of sounds, and then we stretched it out, and made an intro out of it, and it just all started happening naturally,
It was your idea with the futuristic costumes and the haircuts?
Well, I think that the visual look was something that we all were looking to expand on, because, at the time we were all just kind of wearing jeans and t-shirts, and it was just very simple, And we wanted something to sort of set us apart, and all the bands that we were touring with at that time had, like, pretty elaborate outfits on, and I mean, Kiss and Quiet Riot and Dio, for example, all those guys had their own kind of look, and we became, I think, kind of self-conscious in the sense that we were wearing like old jeans and t-shirts, So, yeah, I think it was kind of a collective idea that we needed to readdress our wardrobe, with something that was kind of fitting the music,
Sure.
Can I ask that question also? From the two albums that we'll be listening to now, which for you it's more significant?
Difficult?
Significant.
Well, both, really. I think Rage for Order is the album where Queensryche really became, who we were going to be. It kind of set us apart from other bands and gave us our own kind of musical identity, so to speak. And Empire was just our biggest selling, most commercially accepted album, where we had our record company and our management all behind us at the same time, and we had a very open, good MTV as well, and all the components were in place, to make for a very successful album, really. And we'd never released that many singles on a record before.
Oh,
we
six.
released 6 singles.
6.
Something like that. We never did that before, or since.
Is there any song that you love most of the album?
Off of either album?
Yes. You have a favorite song from each album?
I like them all, really. Yeah.
Good answer.
I like some of them more than others, I guess. Like I have a difficult time singing some of the love songs, especially the ones that were written by Chris. They're always a little weird to sing,
He was very happy at the time. Chris,
Yeah, he
when
was
he wrote that.
very happy. Yeah, he just married his longtime girlfriend, and they were very much in love, and he
Geoff?
wanted me to sing his love song, which I found to be kind of odd, but it worked out.
Do you have a soft spot for Last Time in Paris?
Do I have one?
A soft spot for Last Time in Paris? Sweet tooth for that.
I guess so.
Because we love it when you play it live.
Oh,
It's a party song.
it's fun to play.
It's fun to play, yes,
Yeah.
and fun to listen. When you saw you, over the YouTube or television and live, of course, when you do the acoustic performances and you narrate stories and all that, I was like, could this amazing singer do a monologue and like Springsteen on Broadway and say songs, be just himself and the audience, and not say songs, say stories, and do that? You ever thought about that, like being an evening with Geoff Tate, just Geoff, nobody else?
It'd be interesting. Yeah,
I think so.
very interesting. Yeah, a lot of pressure.
You've done the cabaret, you don't have any pressure.
Yeah, I've done pretty much everything I wanted
You've
to
done
do.
something that's very, very hard to,
Yeah,
that's a story.
yeah.
You said that you have so much material in your drawing, and you said also that you're thinking about a jazz album at some point.
Yeah, I have one in the works.
Yes, I remember that. And are we going to listen to something from you in 2023, like the new jazz album, the new GT album, something else from them, collaboration maybe, something else?
Yeah, I'm working on three different projects right now, and 2 of them are mine, and one of them is a collaboration with Sweet Oblivion, the Italian project.
The third Sweet Oblivion,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And that should start up sometime in December, I think. But I'm always busy, taking me a while to get everything done, But,
You spend much time here in Europe, half and half. I mean, this
Yeah,
half the
probably.
year in Germany or France?
Germany, France, and Ireland mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ireland as well.
You have to spend a certain amount of time out of Europe because you have to be out of the Schengen zone, so go to Ireland for that. Spend a lot of time there. My daughter got married to an Irishman. She lives there
Yes.
now, so we get to see her a lot.
We do remember that you are a bookworm. Still?
I haven't read a book in a couple years.
What happened? Busy.
I got a phone.
So you read
Like
books
most of
on
us,
your
you know.
phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone all the time, yeah. I get like 8 hours of screen time a day, something like that. My phone keeps telling me that. You know.
Do you ever take the time to think what you've done to music and what you've done to our souls all these years?
Well, I have. Over the last close to a year, I've been working on my book, my autobiography. And I'm just finishing it up now. I'm kind of in the proofreading stage, right? And I'm actually reading it through. I'm kind of shocked at how much life I've had, you know? I've done a lot of stuff. And a lot of interesting things, you know. And I've done a lot of traveling. I've been 67 countries in the world, you know. Man, been a lot of
Thousands
places,
of
done a lot of
concerts.
things, played a lot of shows, you know, made a lot of friends, lost a lot of friends, you know, along the way.
That's all right.
Crazy life.
You become a grandpa?
Yeah, I've got four grandkids now, and my youngest daughter is promising me 4 more, so we'll see if that happens.
You need a bigger car, I suppose.
Yeah, I just rent one.
You are used to that show. I mean, 3 hours of shows. I remember when you did Operation Mindcrime 1 and 2, and then you did the encore. It was close to 3 hours show.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you say, I'm going up to the stage, I'm going to be down the stage 3 hours later?
I feel very tired. Yeah. Well, I had heart surgery 2 months ago in June, and that kind of took a lot out of me, you know. I wasn't expecting it to be as, I don't know, I'd never been in the hospital before. I'd never had anything wrong with me, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I went into the hospital feeling normal.
In the States or here? In the States
in
or
Germany.
In Germany, okay.
And I went in feeling normal. I came out feeling like I got hit by a train. I was so weak.
How many hours?
I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
And the surgery, how many hours did it take?
Oh, I don't know, probably an hour. It's a pretty common, you know, open heart surgery. They're pretty good at it now.
Full anesthesia, I understand.
Yeah, I'm completely out and under, and they slice you open and take out the bad part, cut it out, put the new part in, you know. Yeah, it's so I'm not like 100% back yet, but I'm pretty good. I think I'm probably like 70% strong again, you know. But I still can't do like weightlifting or anything like that. I have to wait 3 more months before I do that. I tried to do a push-up the other day.
Don't.
Failure. I just don't. This whole part right here is so sore still that any kind of like lifting things. But at first, when I first got out of the hospital, I couldn't lift up a cup of coffee. I couldn't hold it. You know, I never felt so helpless in all my life. You know. I'm not used to feeling that way.
What do I do? I know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very crazy. But now I feel myself getting stronger every day. Susan and I, we hike every day. We hiked up to the Acropolis yesterday, all around there and down the side and back, and then about, I guess, 10 kilometers. And we do that pretty much every day. Walk a lot, you know. And
You're getting stronger and stronger.
I figured by January, February, I'd be back to full strength, you know.
It's a good time for a new tour in February.
Yeah, well, we have a U.S. tour starting for 10 dates, I think, right after towards the end of November.
Okay.
And we're going to do, I think it's close to a month. We'll do that, and then we do Scandinavia.
Scandinavia?
February, yeah.
Okay. And you go to the States, then Scandinavia, or is it the other way around?
States
First
and
the
then
States.
Scandinavia.
Okay, can we take you to dinner to Post Alley when we see you in Seattle? Can we do that?
I don't think I'm playing in Seattle though till
We'll find the
later
time.
in the year.
I don't have any questions. I'm just done because there's other people who want to interview you here. We want to wish you nothing but the best.
Well, thank you.
It was great that we saw you again. It was a pleasure to meet you again.